If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
Although I wonder why we should bother trusting you. We heard that you were responsible for a great many deaths in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind.
There is no dream scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been. We have no special magic here, and few scholars. It is the spirit of Nandru, our founder, that shields us. Loudly rings his name.
So it is believed, at any rate.
Your cynicism shames you, Kostya, and shames Nandru's sacred halls. When Nandru walked beneath the keep to meet the gods and disappeared into its depths, he knew what dangers would come for us. He left his wardens to protect us. How can I trust an Adiran to truthfully report the state of the land beyond our borders?
These are unusual times, Mihala. Regrettably, I must confirm the envoy's tale. Our messengers have heard as much from Paradis, Fior, Thirdborn. Perhaps we have only been lucky. What if Nandru's Aegis no longer protects us?
I do not believe it, but I am not unmoved by the stories we have heard from the other settlements. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, envoy? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy? Mind how you speak of the garden in these halls, envoy.
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Enough. I know you outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed steel garrote must be in the tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
However noble you may believe your purpose, it is yours alone.
It's mine, too.
You have no more standing in these halls than the envoy does, Marius. We have no obligation, and indeed, no inclination to help you. I would expect nothing less from someone like yourself.
Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius, don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
And I thought Vidara was infuriating.
Still lingering, Adiren? Good.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken, the young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. There are just not enough resources to go around, and it's causing people to fall ill. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. She's a zealot. She forgets that doctrine is worth less than living. Much like your Inquisitor Ludwig, I suspect. Two sides of the same miserable coin. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradise could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Steel Garrote are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. I didn't intend to make you look like a fool. But I couldn't let Mihala know the truth. She would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths with no thought for how this situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Steel Garrote who find it, I don't care. Forget duty. Duty cannot feed our children. Duty cannot keep us safe. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sunday mind?
I understand ridding yourselves of the keep, but to help the Steel Garrote? Disgusting.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Steel Garrote in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. She already knows what I intend. And she doesn't care. Because she doesn't believe your empire could see us as anything but rivals. After Fior, I suspect you Adirans think of the people of the Living Lands as little more than bugs to be crushed. If you think of us at all. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. I thought you'd empathize with this more.